Welcome back, everybody. I recently won this Snap-on toolbox at a local estate auction. I think every tool in it is Snap-on. Most of the tools have grind marks from a previous owner. I knew that when I bid on it. The hammer price was $591. All in, I'm just over $700. Let's take a look. So these are the grind marks I was talking about. Obviously this one also has an engraving. I mean, it's very shallow. It's just enough to take the chrome off, but there's just got to be a better way. Like, I'm not against marking tools. I think I would just get a stamp, probably stamp the end of it here. Pretty much all the sockets and a lot of the tools in here have that sort of marking on them. So if we start off with this compartment in the front, it's mostly a bunch of partial sets. There's 3/8, there's 1/2 inch, obviously deep and shallow, 6 and 12, but no real sets of anything. I did buy another box of sockets at this auction that I'll show at a different day that had probably 200 sockets in it, so that might make some sets out of these. I'm not going to go through the individual sizes. They're all SAE. I did find this one interesting though. This socket definitely has some sort of a goldish tone to it. Not sure if this is out of like some specialty set or if it just wasn't plated properly, but found that kind of interesting. To the right over here we have some specialty sockets I'll go through quickly. First one is a 9/16 8-point, 13/16 spark plug socket with the boot, 5/8 spark plug socket with the boot, 13/16 swivel spark plug socket, slightly older 13/16 spark plug socket, 1/2 inch swivel, 3/8 drive, and a 5/8 3/8 drive deep swivel. Moving on to the right hand tray, first one out of here is a custom Snap-on 1/2 inch drive impact with a hex welded into it. I think this is the first socket I've seen without the grinding marks on it. Very nice 3/8 by 3/8. I see a few metric over here. This first one's a 10mm 12-point, 21mm 6-point. Those are 3/8 drive, if I didn't say so already. This one's a SAE 15/16, 7/8, 5/8, 13mm with the black bands on it, 12-point. Have a 3/8 pipe plug socket, a clutch head socket, 11/32 1/4 inch drive swivel, 12-point, a 1/4 inch drive 1 inch extension, 1/4 inch drive 2 inch extension with a knurled handle, another clutch head socket. I believe this is a hex socket, of course missing the bit. 12mm 1/4 inch drive. I have a fairly nice 1/4 inch breaker bar. I don't know if this one is also ground under this tape. Looks like it's not. It has some tape residue, but it looks like this one does not have any grind marks on it. Then a 3/8 by 3/8 12-point swivel, 5/32 hex bit, 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch hex, number 2 Phillips bit driver, 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch semi-deep, and the last piece in there is a 5/16 internal pipe plug socket. Okay, moving to the back row, got a pry bar in here. This is a 24-inch. Looks like it's in very good condition, and I don't see any of the grind marks on the pry bar. Then we have a couple of these speeder handles. It's the FA/LA 3/8 drive. I think these are both the same. Yeah, they're both the same, just different years, different logo. Here's a wrench I'm not sure I've seen before. It's a 13mm. It's got 2 different offsets on it, a deep and a very deep. It's a S5922. I'm sure that's for like one purpose. I just don't know what that is. We have some sort of a puller here. Looks kind of old. CG240, I think it says. We have a hacksaw blade handle, HS13, no blade. Then we have this carburetor adjustment tool. I'm not sure I've seen one with this flex end on it before. Has 1 bit on it. Also have this 3/8 drive thumb wheel. Turn your ratchet into a thumb wheel ratchet. Next up is an FX18, it's an 18-inch long extension. Also have an FX24, obviously a 24-inch long extension. Big set of the brake spring pliers, 231. This is definitely for some heavy duty brakes. And last thing in here is a little row of sockets. Got, let's see, 6 of the SAE semi-deep. That other one I found earlier probably goes to that set. Got a little 1/4 inch thumb wheel. Oops. 1/4 inch thumb wheel adapter. And a flexible 1/4 inch extension. Okay, top left drawer. First thing we have is a CD7 shear. Then we have a long needle nose with like a 45-degree bend. It's a 411 BCP. Got a little surface stress, but that should clean right up. And last thing in this drawer is a 96 ACP needle nose pliers. Moving on to the top center drawer. Looks like we have 7 of these clutch head screwdrivers. Not sure what the whole set would be, how many pieces. This might be the full set, not sure. And final top drawer, right side. Looks like we got a couple little pocket flashlights here. Probably run off like a AAA battery or something, 2 of those. I think this is considered like a panel cutting chisel for an air hammer. This is maybe the best tool in the whole box. Kind of one of those if you know type of tools. This is a B1351A Bendix brake wrench. Next up is a little offset 030 flat tip. A couple of these obstruction wrenches or distributor wrenches here. There's a 1/2 inch Olds Ford Cadillac. This one's actually the same wrench, 1/2 inch distributor wrench, Olds Ford Cadillac. Next one here I believe is a brake bleeder, B1463A. Got another one of the offset flat tips. Brake spoon. Next up we have a 7/16. It looks like a GOEX, like the black industrial finish, but it's actually an OEX 140. Not sure what happened to the finish on this one. And the last piece in here is actually going to complete the set, I believe, of the offset flat tips, the 020. Okay, second drawer left side. First up is a slip joint pliers with a cutter. That's kind of an unusual logo. Wonder what year that one is. It's kind of just laser etched or whatever that is considered. Fortunately, it has the grind mark. It's a very nice pliers to have that grind mark. This would have been a perfect spot to stamp. Then we have a HCP 48BP. This is a hose clamp wrench, or hose clamp pliers, I should say. Oh, there we go. That looks better. And a very nice 47 CP slip joint. Man, I don't get it. But and the last one, if I'm reading the number right inside the handle, it's a 90A. Sort of a slip joint, tongue and groove style water pump pliers. Okay, second row middle drawer. Let's see, what do we got here? Punches. It's very heavy. Oh, very big Allen, or hex wrenches, I should say. Biggest one here at the end is a 3/4. Obviously, we're missing a couple sizes here. Looks like maybe missing 5 different ones. Also have this sliding T-handle. It's an F5L. Have another one of these thumb wheel adapters, FX8 extension. And this one I did not see in the photos. I think it was buried under those Allen hex keys. This is a FH936A, a newer style ratchet. Looked it over good. I'm not seeing any grind marks on this one. It was spared. Okay, second row right side drawer. Obviously we have some punches and chisels. Here's a holder. Handle is very cracked. I won't go through them all, but we have 7 punches. I forget exactly what this chisel is for. And then we also have a 1/2-inch chisel. Then we have a couple of these ladyfoot pry bar alignment tools. Also this 1250, next size up I believe. A little bent, a little reground. And that'll be all for that drawer. First full drawer. Obviously we have a bunch of screwdrivers in here. And of course, these also met the grinder in a very interesting spot. Like, why not do a little higher? Maybe the person just loved their grinder more than their tools. We have a 16-inch long number 2 Phillips. A 12-inch long large flat tip. 4-inch flat tip. 4-inch shank we're talking about here, not the overall length. Then an 8-inch large flat tip. And I believe this is another 16-inch number 2. 6-inch shank flat tip. An SSD 1410. Little cabinet screwdriver. Long cabinet screwdriver. Final one back here looks like a number 4. It's SSDP 64, so it's a 6-inch shank, 4-inch Phillips. And this one either is not handled correctly or it's somehow shrunk. Moving on to the front of the drawer. Have this multi-bit driver. Very hard to read. Well used. Still sounds like it has some bits in it. And it has the cap, which is not always there. And then we have this SSDZ22, which is going to be a posi drive, number 2 Phillips. Then another number 2 posi drive. Flat tip stubby. Ratcheting screwdriver. I could be wrong, but I think Snap-on makes probably the best ratcheting screwdriver in the market. Has a number of bits inside there. Number 3, SSDP 63. And then we have a brand new Snap-on grip, soft grip interchangeable ratcheting screwdriver set. So this is the one where the shank actually pulls out and you can put in a flat tip shank, a Phillips shank. I don't know for sure what the advantage is to that versus just putting it into the tips. Don't totally understand why they went to this, but yeah. So that's it for the top full drawer. Second full drawer. This is the wrench drawer. That grinder got quite a workout in this drawer. Got a 5/8 by 11/16. These are obviously offset double box. 3/4 7/8. Another 3/4 7/8. 9/16 5/8. Found a gem here, 3/8 7/16. No grinder. 2 in a row, 1/2-inch 9/16. 30/15. I don't know if they paid that much for this wrench. That seems kind of high. 1/2 9/16. Another 1/2 9/16. Is that like 4 of them so far? 3/8 7/16. Ooh, look at this. 1/2 9/16. 5/8 11/16. This one, yeah, this one, that one got a little chewed up. And this beautiful 17 by 19 millimeter looks to be unscathed. Oh, in the wrench drawer, we have a spoon. B1461. 3/4 combo. 8 by 10. This has got that round handle. I'm thinking it's for brakes. 5/8 11/16. Here's another one of the round wrenches. It's a 1/4 3/8. And then we have a 11/16 combo. Pretty nice wrench. Last one over here is a 3/8. Moving on to the front. For some reason we have a zip-tied 1/2 inch double square, zip-tied to a 5/8. Sorry for all the reflection, but these things are very shiny. I think these are considered like ignition wrenches. They're very thin. There's 2 of those in here, 1/2 by 9/16, and a 5/8 11/32. Looks like we have 3 of these flare nut wrenches. This one's a little newer, 1/2 by 9/16. Oh, I should also say that there's probably no sets of wrenches in here, but I bought a box of wrenches at this auction that had about 150 wrenches in it, so I might be able to make some sets out of those. 1/4 by 5/16, 3/8 by 7/16, 3/4 short handle. And this one's kind of nice. It's not ground either. 1 inch short handle. I don't think that's a stubby. I think that's a short handle. OEX 320 makes sense. Yeah, that's a wrench I don't see very often. 1/2 inch combo. That's a regular handle. This is a 1/2 inch shorty handle. 7/16 regular handle. And another 7/16 regular handle with a newer logo. Newer logo regular handle 1/2 inch. And to finish off this drawer, we have a 9/16 regular handle, unground. Moving on to the final drawer, the bottom drawer. For some reason, amongst the hammers, there is an offset screwdriver. Uh-oh. First thing amongst the hammers is an offset screwdriver. And this is the first non-snap-on tool, I believe. It's a Blue Point. I mean, I'm still going to consider that snap-on, of course. Looks like there's another invader down there and a hammer. Man, even ground the hammers. Got a Blue Point ball peen. Another Blue Point ball peen. I think this is also another. And let's see. And then the really small ball peen. What do they call these? Like a machinist hammer? 2 ounce. Also have this non-marring hammer. Ends don't look too bad. They're a little beat up, but plenty of life left in those. And we have the bigger version of the flashlight that saw the little pocket ones before. It's actually pretty nice. I'm surprised there's no part number on it. Feels like all aluminum housing. I'm going to guess it's running on some C's or D batteries. Down to the last compartment here, we have 3 pry bars. SPB8. It's a little guy. A little rust, but in pretty good shape. SPB12, also in good shape. And of course we have the long pry bar in the top. The last one here is SPB18. And I didn't see any grind marks on the pry bars. So like I said, I paid about $700 all in on this one. To me, the box is worth at least $100. Still in pretty good shape. The drawers all slide pretty good. If we take $100 off, I'm $600 into the tools. I counted 202 tools in here. So basically $3 a tool. Now are the sockets worth $3 a tool when they're ground? No. But when you start considering the hammers and pry bars and wrenches and screwdrivers, there's a ratchet in there, pliers, I'd definitely pay, $3 for those, even with little grind marks. I think they're definitely worth that. That's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.